Okay, let's go back to today's topic. And my name is Kimberly. I am a regulatory analyst at ZMUni. In this presentation, I will cover 4 key areas: the trends in the Thai cosmetic market, the regulatory framework, essential compliance procedures, and recent regulatory updates, along with common enforcement practice. At the end, I also share some FAQs and highlight some important points to keep in mind. So to ensure the slides are fully visible, I'll keep my video off during the presentation. Okay, first up, a quick snapshot of the market and how the regulatory framework works. So the cosmetic market in Thailand has been growing steadily and is expected to exceed 10 billion US dollars by 2030. In 2024 alone, the beauty market reached 340 billion baht, with cosmetics making up the majority. And most of the market is still driven by domestic products, but imports also play a role. With around 70 million potential consumers, demand is fueled by younger and middle-class groups who really care about formula, ingredient, brand reputations, and online recommendations. E-commerce is another big driver. Statista estimates that by 2025, more than half of total cosmetic revenue is expected to come from online sales. So when we look at what's driving the Thai cosmetic market, a few points stand out. One big factor is demographics. With an aging population, demand for effective anti-aging and sun protection products keeps growing. Another important driver is tourism. Millions of international visitors not only create opportunities for global brands, but also help local brands gain more exposures. We also can't ignore the role of social media. Influencers and online platforms have become key channels for how consumers discover and evaluate products. And of course, young consumers, they are shaping the market. Gen Z in particular is very ingredient conscious, with a strong preference for natural and eco-friendly products. Now let's looking at the 2024 market breakdown. Skincare is by far the largest category, followed by hair care, body cleansings, makeup, and then fragrance. When it comes to the popular categories in Thailand, skincare still the lead, yes. Especially products for hydration, brightening, and barrier protection. Sunscreens are also a must-have in the tropical climate, and anti-acne products remain popular. Fragrance also hold steady, supported by Thailand's spa and wellness culture. Makeup in particular is very dynamic. Thai consumers love trying new products and tend to have low brand loyalty, which has fueled the trend of smaller, lower price formats. They are also highly fashion conscious and seek makeup as a way of self-expression. As a result, makeup has become one of the rapid growing categories, with strong demand for waterproof, oil-resistant, and long-lasting formulas, especially lip products. All right, now let's look at how cosmetics are regulated in Thailand. There are 3 main authorities. The Ministry of Public Health sets the laws and the standards, makes sure they are implemented. The Thai FDA takes care of product notification, quality supervision, risk assessment, and issue relevant regulations. And also Thai Customs handles import clearance, inspects imported cosmetics. So Thailand's cosmetic regulations are mainly built on two laws. The 2015 Act set the rules for notifications, labeling ingredients, and post-market checks, aligning with ASEAN standards. The 2022 update simplified procedures, clarified fees, and more product evaluation, and made product evaluations more transparent. We will also cover the details on labeling ingredients and other related requirements a bit later. So these two laws together form the legal framework for cosmetic regulations in Thailand. Now let's quickly go over what counts as a cosmetic in Thailand. So under the 2015 Cosmetic Act, a cosmetic is basically any product that's applied externally or even on teeth and inside the mouth, intended to clean, beautify, protect, or maintain the body falls under this definition. This covers everything from skincare and hair care to makeup, perfumes, and even ingredients used to make cosmetics. So here is a simple table that lists some common types of cosmetics. And another point to note is that under the ministerial regulation, some products that might not normally be considered cosmetics in other countries or regions are treated as cosmetics in Thailand. Examples include cool towels, pads, tampon, oral spray, deodorants, alcoholic hand sanitizers, white wipes, and even products packaged in ampoules, vials, or syringes. So if you find today's topic valuable, feel free to share and invite your colleagues or friends to join. Now, with a clear understanding of the market and how cosmetics are defined in Thailand, let's move on to the essentials of compliance. Let's start with the regulatory process of cosmetic notification. In Thailand, the cosmetic notifier is usually the manufacturer, contract manufacturer, or importer. Global brands must first appoint or determine a responsible person in Thailand. This can be a manufacturer, distributor, or a third-party agent. The notifier must be a Thai national over 20 or the legal representative of a Thai registered company. After that, the notifier needs to submit a facility inspection report, which takes about 20 working days. Once that's completed, the notifier can apply for an import license. Next comes the cosmetic notification, which takes 1 to 3 working days, after which the notifier will receive a notification receipt that's valid for 3 years. Only then can the notifier manufacture or import the product and make labels in Thai language. So based on our experience, the entire notification process typically takes around 1 to 2 months. One thing that brands entering the Thai market really need to watch out for is the facility inspection report. This is quite unique to Thailand, because in most other countries or regions, cosmetic notification don't require a facility inspection, while in Thailand, the facility inspection report is a key step. Skipping or mishandling can delay the whole procedure. This report is also tying into Thailand's requirements for import sites and good manufacturing practice. Facilities are expected to follow recognized standards, such as ISO 22716, WHO GMP, and other international guidelines. In practice, ISO 22716 is generally sufficient for most cosmetic products. Now let's move on to the required documents and information for the cosmetic notification. The Thai FDA requires notification of three main types. First, business operator details, or what we say applicant information, like the name and address of the manufacturing, import, or storage facility. Second is about product information. And third, the details must be submitted using a form required by the Thai FDA, along with some supporting documents as per the rules. One point to watch out for is special packaging products. If a product is packaged in ampoules or vials, or its name contains ampoule or vial, you need to submit full-angle photos of the label or other documents proving this product is classified as a cosmetic. And also other supporting documents typically include a letter of authorization from the brand owner, manufacturer details, and a GMP certificate. By the way, a person who manufactures or imports cosmetic samples for exhibitions, promotional show, study, research, or laboratory analysis shall be exempt from the requirements to obtain the notification. Moving on to cosmetic substance requirements. When deciding which ingredients can be used, the Thai FDA looks at references like the CTFA documents, the EU cost-in database, and the credible academic publications. The Thai FDA also issues several regulations to standard the usage requirements of certain substances, such as the prohibited substance, approved colorants, and UV filters. One feature of the Thai FDA system is its built-in ingredient identification tool, which can recognize ingredients during the notification process. And when it comes to filling the information, the Thai regulations have few basic requirements. First, the ingredient name should follow the INCI standard. And then ingredients listed in the ministry announcements must include their content percentage and intended purpose. For colorants, the notifier needs to specify the color index number. Nanomaterials must be clearly marked with nano after the ingredient name. And also for natural ingredients, the scientific name must be provided along with part of the plant organ or organ used and its form for the PIF documentation. Now let's cover some cosmetic labeling requirements. All labels must be in Thai and clearly legible. A key point to remember: products containing hydrogen peroxide and avobenzol that need light protection must show the expiry date. And for imported cosmetics in Thailand, the Thai labels don't have to be on the product immediately, but they must be added within 30 days after customs clearance. And as you can see on the left side of this slide, there are 11 mandatory items required on cosmetic labels. Normally, all must be displayed. However, if the labeling area is quite small, only the items marked with star are mandatory, while the remaining information may be provided on the packaging or leaflet. Next, a quick note on microbial limits for cosmetics in Thailand. Products need to meet strict microbiological standards to ensure safety. Some items, like those for young children, for the eye area or mucous membrane, have even stricter limits. Certain harmful microbes must always be absent. One thing that's unique to Thailand is that for products containing crude herbal extracts, Clostridium must be absent. This isn't required in other ASEAN countries. Here is a quick reminder on heavy metals and trace impurities. Brands just need to be aware that limits exist for metals like mercury, lead, arsenic, cadmium, and certain trace impurities should follow the standards. And even after a product is notified and on the market, brands can't relax on compliance. In Thailand, one key requirement is maintaining a product information file or PIF prepared according to Thai regulations. The notifier is responsible, and records can be kept in paper or electronic format, in English or Thai. The government may request information at any time, usually within 30 days or 48 hours in urgent situations. Even if the product is no longer sold, the PIF must be kept for at least 3 years. So keeping the PIF complete and up to date is essential for inspections and post-market compliance, as it documents all relevant info about the product, ingredients, and the testing and other things. Now looking at the bigger picture, so Thailand is an ASEAN member. Cosmetic compliance here also should follow the ASEAN Cosmetic Directive. The ACD sets more detailed requirements for the PIF than Thai regulations alone, including the safety assessments. That's why we usually prepare PIFs following ACD standards for our clients. This helps ensure compliance with both Thai law and ASEAN guidelines, makes inspections smoother, and keeps products ready for the market. Essentially, the PIF is divided into 4 main sections, as listed here. Part 1 covers administrative info and a summary of the product. The second part is about raw materials or ingredients with details on testings and safety data from suppliers or recognized scientific committees. Part 3 focuses on finished product, including the final formula, product specifications, testing methods, and so on. The final part covers safety and efficacy, such as updated safety assessments and some reported adverse effects and evidence supporting the product claims. Adverse event reporting is also an important part of post-market compliance. An adverse event or AE refers to any undesirable sign, symptom, or incident that occurs or is suspected to occur after normal cosmetic use. Some events are considered serious, such as those causing death, life-threatening conditions, or significant disability. If a serious adverse event occurs with a cosmetic marketed in Thailand, the notifier must report it to the Thai FDA and take appropriate follow-up actions to protect the consumers. Life-threatening or fatal cases require immediate notification, while other serious events should also be reported promptly. Updated information must be submitted as soon as it becomes available after the initial report. And if the brand failure to comply with this announcement may result in penalties in accordance with the Cosmetic Act. Maybe a fine or maybe the cosmetic product notification will be revoked. And here is some requirements for recalls. Recalls can happen for different reasons. Some require fast actions. Products that are unnotified, unsafe, counterfeit, non-compliant, prohibited, or have had their notification revoked must be recalled within 15 days and reported to the authority within 30 days. Other recalls allow a bit more time. For those products that deviate from the notified formula, have labeling issues, lack type labels, or are expired, must be recalled within 30 days and reported within 45 days. So the key takeaway is that brands need a system to track, recall, and report products on time, keeping consumers safe and staying product compliant. Finally, a quick note on cosmetic advertising in Thailand. The key principle is truthfulness. All ads must accurately reflect the product without exaggerations, misleading claims, or any medical or therapeutic statements. Also, the endorsements by doctors or celebrities aren't allowed, and the ads must never involve child labor or minors. Before an ad can go live, it needs pre-approval from the Thai FDA. This involves submitting an application form and paying a fee, and the review is usually completed within 7 working days. Every ad must show the cosmetic notification number, and all text and images should honestly represent the product. Also, the Thai FDA will actively monitor and inspect ads, and violations can lead to fines or administrative penalties. Okay, next part, let's take a look at some recent regulatory updates and enforcement trends in Thailand. Now here is a quick overview of some recent regulatory updates in Thailand. There have been changes in prohibited ingredients, labeling requirements, and new systems like the e-certificate. We won't cover each item and in detail due to the time But it's important to keep in mind that the regulatory landscape is evolving and staying informed is essential for compliance. Next, let's talk about enforcement. The Thai FDA actively conducts spot checks on cosmetics already on the market, including products sold online, to ensure they meet regulatory requirements. And non-compliant products may be publicly announced and classified as dangerous cosmetics by the Cosmetic Control Group under the Thai FDA. Responsible parties should face fines, imprisonment, or even revocations of the product's notification. When going global, don't take chances. Skipping compliance might save costs in the short term, but investing in proper compliance is really an investment in your product's future. We looked at some public news from the Thai FDA about non-compliant cosmetics. From the official data, the biggest issues are still prohibited substances and microbes. The most common problems include mercury and its compounds, harmful microbes like Clostridium, and some other prohibited substances. All right, for the final part, let's go over some questions that came in before the session and highlighting a few things to watch out for. One category we really need to pay attention is sunscreen. As I mentioned earlier, Thailand's climate and an aging population make sunscreen products consistently in high demand. I won't go into all the technical details, but basically products with SPF below 6 cannot make any SPF or sun protection claims in Thailand. Global brands simply should just need to simply label the SPF according to the actual value. And sunscreens also should provide protection against both UVB and UVA. And if a product contains sunscreen agents, the label must clearly indicate its level or performance, such as SPF, UVA protection, or water resistance. And for water resistance, sunscreens can be labeled water resistant for 40 minutes or highly water resistant for 80 minutes, based on recognized test standards. Even when using sunscreens, it's important to avoid prolonged sun exposure and reapply regularly, especially after swimming, sweating. And also, labels should provide clear instructions. Illustrations work best to ensure proper applications. Also, some claims are not allowed for sunscreens in Thailand, such as 1% UVB protection or all-day protection without reapplying. Next, let's go over some questions we often get from our clients in real cases. Question 1, are there other product categories we should pay special attention to, or categories that are more challenging to enter the Thai market? Yes, absolutely. Certain product categories require extra attention because they can pose higher risks to the consumers. This include eye area cosmetics, oral care products, aerosols, cosmetics containing cannabis, and products packaged like medicines, such as ampoules or syringes. This category usually face stricter regulatory review and require more documentations. For example, cosmetics containing cannabis must have clear warning statements on the label. Question 2. How should cosmetic products with the same base formula be notified in Thailand? In Thailand, products with the same base formula can be notified under a single notification if all ingredients are identical except for variations in colorants. For example, different shades of a lipstick can be included in one product entry and one notification number, as long as the product name clearly indicates the different shades. Next question, if we change distributors, can the new distributor submit a notification for the same product? Yes, the product can be submitted multiple times by different distributors. This ensures that even if there are disagreements or disputes with your previous distributor, you can engage a new distributor without interrupting the product's market presence. The new distributor assumes responsibility for compliance while maintaining market continuity. All right, now let's look at the regulation compliance for cosmetic raw materials in Thailand. So cosmetics in Thailand are regulated under the Cosmetic Act, and for ingredients, it should comply with both the ASEAN Cosmetic Direct ACD annexes and the cosmetic ingredient lists published by the Thai FDA. So when you're importing chemicals as a cosmetic ingredients, import documentation must be submitted. If the ingredient is considered new, a separate new ingredient application must also be submitted to the Thai FDA. And for ingredients used in finished products, you can simply refer back to what we discussed earlier in part 2. Next question, how the consumers see the use of nanotechnology in cosmetics in Thailand? So from a regulatory perspective, Thailand largely follows the EU cosmetic regulation for nanomaterials. There are no strict bans, but brands are expected to conduct safety studies and maintain proper documentation. And as for consumers, perception can vary, but transparency about safety and ingredient use is always key to building trust when using nanotechnology in cosmetics. Okay, the last questions. What's trust issue and formulation development trend in Thailand? First, consumer trust issues in Thailand. Thai consumers are highly sensitive to transparency and authenticities. From some relevant report, about 91% consumers expect transparent communication, and 87% consumers value authenticity from brands. Trust is easily lost through unclear claims, inaccurate labeling, or counterfeit products. Also, education gaps create skepticism. For example, about 30% of consumers remain doubtful of probiotic cosmetics due to limited awareness and labeling clarity. Second, the formulation trends in Thailand. So Thailand's cosmetic RD largely follows the global trends like clean, sustainable, and multifunctional products. Local distinguishes comes from using regional botanical ingredients and collaborating with universities for targeted formulations and applying technologies suited for tropical climates like biodegradable. Also, the K-beauty inspired products, including cushion compacts and dual finishes, are also gaining popularity. In short, these trends reflect on combination of global innovation and local adaptations, helping brands meet consumer expectations and succeed in the Thai market. Okay, before we wrap up, I'd like to quickly introduce our cosmetics compliance service. While we cover major markets worldwide, we especially focus on Asian Pacifics, including Japan, South Korea, Australia, ASEAN countries, and the Great China. Our service includes regulatory submissions and product notifications, compiling PIF safety assessments, compliance checks for formulas, labeling, and packaging. Work also customized training on cosmetic regulations. We also assist with applications for cast numbers and INPI names, among other things. So here are some examples of our success cases.
Okay. Thank you so much for Kim give us such an insightful session. I believe everyone now has a clearer understanding of Thailand's cosmetics regulatory requirements and the compliance considerations. Thank you everyone for staying with us through this session. Before you head out, we'd really appreciate if you could take several minutes to fill out the webinar survey. Yeah, yes, we just started the survey, and your feedback helps us refine future content and make these sessions even more fitable and valuable for you. So every comment counts. And one last quick reminder, if you missed any part of today's webinar, the reply will be posted on our website soon. So we will also send a follow-up mail to all attendees. This will include the slides from today's presentation and answers to relevant questions we didn't get to cover. And thank you again for your time and participation. We truly appreciate. Wish you a fantastic rest of your day or night, and we will see you at our next session. Bye for